Welcome to a great scene here. Excitement and energy flowing in the stadium as we get ready for this week's Game of the Week. And we can only hope that it matches the hype. This is not just a regular matchup. A battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead, as we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on the 10th-ranked team, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Pirates will kick this away to get us going. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And the single back takes the handoff. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Chris, I know it's a... Boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And now the running back's got it again.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
Here's the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Third down, out of the shotgun. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. Now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Finds the receiver wide open. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination of this quarterback and receiver for a big day.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Now they get set to kick it away. That one sails out of the back of the end zone at the touchback. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Toss play to the outside. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
Fielding the punt, looking to improve field position here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. Jacksonville State offense back out on the field now. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Second down after that run on the previous play. On the run, it's Pena. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. There's the handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Extending the play now. The defense gets him, but it's a 1st down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling. Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the 1st down marker is, picking up the 1st down.
The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The ball is picked off. Not much on the return there, but a great interception to get the offense the football at the 42.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
So the East Carolina offense back on the field now. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary, looking for the wideout, who makes the grab, fighting off the tackler. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. And he'll lost it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Pirates.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job.
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. Point after, knocked right through. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Jacksonville State offense again. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. And they heave it deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. The game moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10.
Well, this is what you would call a 3-down back. Running backs that can run between the tackles, they can get outside, and they can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Here they have the benefit of having one of those kind of backs that can not just catch the ball, but once he gets his hands on the ball, he's got enough wiggle and speed to be able to get after a defense.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Takes the handoff again. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Handoff running right. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. Well, we know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. Motion now from the tight end. They're going to run it. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
And then 1st down, right back to the running game. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
And here's the handoff. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. East Carolina's offense heads back out on the field now. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Short connection to the tight end here. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball before it.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for offense, looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
And the single back takes the handoff. A gain of 2 yards, and now it's 2nd down and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. It's an out route. The catch made. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive back wants to jump and get in front of for an interception and maybe a touchdown going the other way. But this time, the receiver runs it well, brings it in, and then gets out of bounds.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
He was hoping that would check up, but a big bounce sends it into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Gamecocks offense back on the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. First down, looking to throw the football. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they get him down after the completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
He'll avoid the sack, but is brought down after a short gain. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The ball is caught. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle.
Hey, I don't blame the defense here at all, Chris, for bringing the blitz. It's 3rd down and short. You got to get pressure on the quarterback, but you got to...
And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense and man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
2nd and long for this offense after the sack. The pass rush closing in. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover. Touchdown, East Carolina. A fumble return for 6. And the defense gets involved, scoring a touchdown to suddenly tie this football game.
Just getting a couple turnovers from your defense is really all you can expect. But to be able to get 6 points from them in addition is above and beyond. They get their 6 points, and now they're really thinking about winning this game.
Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. The Jacksonville State offense back out on the field now. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back that has given this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
And the runner takes off to his right. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Goes to his right side there for the completion. Enough for a first down at the 37. The Pirates come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Bites off a defender. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the running back takes the handoff. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. He's escaping the pocket now. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Well, I always want to see quarterbacks try to pick up some additional yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have got to stay in the game and stay on the field. He's got to be careful out there.
Handoff heading left. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. And the returner will be brought down.
That return backfires on him. Now your offense is stuck with the ball inside their own 10.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking right, this one caught. The defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but you have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking to throw it deep. And the downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Out of the gun now on third down. Sacked, dropped at the 3. Defense calls their third and final timeout of the half now.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
The Pirates will line up to punt it away. Not an ideal drop, but he gets away a solid punt. We'll see what he can do with the return. The returner is brought down. Gets us started with the next drive. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Off the play fake on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He's on the run. Launches deep. He's got it for a big gain. Defense brings him to the ground as the final seconds of the first half tick away. Looking to throw it on first down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Launching one to the end zone. It's caught downfield. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal. Minuta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it away now to get this third quarter underway. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the East Carolina offense back on the field now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He's running nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. And the defense jumps on the football.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on a ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Takes the ball, tries the right side here. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
I'll say this defense went in at halftime, made some adjustments, and they look like a different group here in these first few plays.
So they're short on fourth down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. This one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
East Carolina's offense heads back out on the field now. The last possession, they coughed it up, but it only cost them a field goal. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Lofting it toward the left sideline. The catch is made inside the 10. Touchdown, Pirates. It was a foot race, and he won it. See if they can convert the point after. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes the Jacksonville State offense again. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. They'll run it here. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
East Carolina, 21.
That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the East Carolina offense back on the field now. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Look out, he's got some space. And look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the grab. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there.
Boy, if I'm a defensive coordinator, you can't leave the middle of the field that wide open. Makes it so easy for the quarterback to read and recognize and get the ball out of his hands for a 1st down.
Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Still no answer for this offensive machine. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a 2-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. East Carolina's offense heads back out onto the field now. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Breaking free at the 35. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. and he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Sideline route, but he's out of bounds for the first down marker.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Bringing pressure. The pass is intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense here, Kurt.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Extra point knocked right down the middle.
That makes the score Jacksonville State 45, East Carolina.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Number 11 set to kick this one away.
So the East Carolina offense back on the field now. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick, and he lofts it toward the left sideline. He's got it out of the 25. Finally brought down, but that play moves the ball all the way down to the 21. The guys up front lined up. It's first down.
42, Spider.
From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates. Aren't you taught on defense, Kirk? Don't let him throw the football over your head. Exactly what happened there.
That makes me really wonder if it was some kind of miscommunication. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I pull my defensive backs over, make sure everybody's on the same page and getting the right call.
Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket. Makes the catch for the two-point conversion as they continue to cut into this lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team.
And the Jacksonville State offense will take over. First and 10.
Comes the Gamecocks offense back on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Just a small gain. Look at it, 2nd and 9.
Tackle is made at the 17-yard line. Second down coming up.
On the set. Out, 55 feet.
They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Oh, and he doesn't hang on off the deflection there. It's going to bring up a third down play.
Well, the quarterback had plenty of time, but ultimately just couldn't take advantage of it.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. The shotgun handoff here. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. Breaks free. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the route is on.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
52, East Carolina, 29.
And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. East Carolina's offense heads back out onto the field now. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. Second down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
Makes the catch downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that run produces a decent gain. Important second down play coming up. And he drops back in the gun. He's hit as he throws it. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage.
Jacksonville State, 52. East Carolina, 29.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Ball is incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not intercepted.
Challenging play for the offense. They face third and long here from their own 43. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And he lofts it toward the sideline. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. He's going to take another shot right here. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big fourth down stop.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the fourth quarter on a fourth down play. They step up yet again. Now you give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
The Jacksonville State offense back out on the field now. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
The shotgun running play call. Fighting off the defender.
He's brought down at the 25-yard line. It's third down.
Third down coming up after that running play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. He was successful last time out. This attempt is from 42 yards away. The attempt is no good. After the miss, it remains a 23-point game.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head for a kicker.
So the East Carolina offense back on the field now. Last time they gambled and lost, went for it in fourth down in their territory and got stopped. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a quick grab. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. Pass caught. Second down now. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Makes a quick grab. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
He'll take a deep shot here. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Wow, back-to-back deep shots. He's picked for a third time tonight. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost him.
Here comes the Jacksonville State offense again. Play action here on first down. Pressure is coming. And it's incomplete. Comes up a little short on that throw. So second down after the incompletion.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete. Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete for a third straight play.
Hey, I understand the aggressive approach here on third down and long, trying to pick up the first down, but look at the scoreboard. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. Smart play would have been to keep running the football, work the clock, force them to use their timeouts. Now at fourth down and long with the lead. Tough decision here. I think you got to punt it away.
And they've got the returner corralled. East Carolina's offense has back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Finds an open target on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, Chris. These guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Snags the quick throw.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Receiver makes the catch, and he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
This guy's been such a big factor in this game. Already a couple touchdowns. Now they need the first down. They dial him up again, and he delivers.
And he lobs it deep down the middle. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, East Carolina. And now they'll go for a 2-point conversion.
Get set, get set. Go.
From the gun, he looks for an open man. And he'll get into the end zone for 2 points. Now it's a 15-point game. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. Here comes the Gamecocks offense back on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Powers through. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on 1st down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
2nd down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Take it down, but not before he makes the 1st down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. 1st down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll use the ground game here. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. 1st and 10 play coming up. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Ball handed off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Try and muscle for the 1st down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the 4th quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the 4th quarter.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Ball back at the 10-yard line now for 2nd and goal. The secondary backed up off the ball now. A really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side. What they put on